What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the THC Temple. And today what we're gonna talk about, goddamn stereo. It's almost blew my fucking brain off right there. I know it fuck y'all up, but check this out, man. Today we're gonna be talking about marijuana wannabes, or pothead wannabes. The goddamn posers, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids that you'll see at school, they got the weed hat on, like they got a big hat with Kush on it. They got a shirt with a joint on it, some pants with 420, some weed socks. You know what I'm saying? They got the pants sagging, so they got like you can see the waistband on the underwear. They got Bob Marley or some shit up there. And not to say that that's all it takes, you know, to wear weed clothing. You know what I'm saying? I wear weed clothing. There's nothing wrong with weed clothing. But as you guys all know, it's a way to oversaturate something or overdo. You know what I'm saying? There's always a level to it. You know, like Meek Mill once said, and it's probably not the best time to shout out Meek Mill. And people also say that I look like Meek Mill, so it's not a good year to look like Meek Mill at this point in time. And we're not gonna talk about why that is. But either way, not trying to digress. Fucking there's levels to this shit. You know, there's always things, you know what I'm saying? If you do too much of something, you'll be this, do too much of that. You know what I'm saying? It's always finding a perfect level, you know what I'm saying, to be in the middle of something. You know what I'm saying? Not overdoing it. And when it comes to these marijuana potheads, man, it's these kids, you know what I'm saying, these weed wannabes, these kids who are always like, yeah, man, fucking roll up the Kush, man, roll up that gas, who got that smoke, man, yeah, man, we get all fucked up, yeah, man, last night, bro, we got so ripped out of our skulls, man, goddamn 20 blunts, and then, like, I made a video on it before. These are the same kids who then, alright, you'd be like, damn, man, oh, you smoke, word up, alright, roll up, then, you know what I'm saying, you know how you tell people, you know, match blunts, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 you know, how it'll be, you know, some of you guys, you got friends who you met, oh, shit, who you met at school, how you probably heard them, talking about weed, or, you know what I'm saying, some you found out that either way, you know, they had an interest in pot, you're like, oh, you smoke, like, match, you know what I'm saying, okay, and then, you know what I'm saying, you guys got up, linked up, you smoked together, and now you're friends. You guys, some of you guys got buddies like that. But either way, the whole point of it, you know what I'm saying, you'll ask one of these Weedhead wannabes, you'll go to them and be like, hey man, you know, match up. They'll be like, okay, yeah man, I'll bring goddamn 4, 5, 10 grams, I'll bring an ounce or some shit like that. You know, they'll, you know, say all sorts of wild stuff. Yeah man, I'm bring that loud, I'm bring that gas, that fire shit. Yeah man, we're gonna get fucked up. And then they come over there and they got like a bag of some boo hockey or some bullshit or some shit like that, or they got like fucking 0.2 or 0.3 and like, what the fuck is this? Yeah man, it's a blunt, man, roll that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Got like a roach. And this dude tried to mix over this track, but I don't know what the hell was going on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch that shit. I'm gonna hit this bowl, man. We're gonna keep on talking. So yeah. My whole point of it, man, is what's the point of that? Like, what's the point of being, you know, trying to be the weed poser? Well, I can't even seriously ask that because, you know, I know why these kids do it. You know, weed is one of those things where, you know, it doesn't, I would say it looks cool because, you know, it's a taboo and, you know, your parents tell you not to do it. And that's one thing, like anything that your parents have told you not to do or, you know, stuff like that. Well, I can't even say that. I would say, you know, I was about to say, you know, anything that your parents told you not to do, you're always going to try and do those things later on. But I think the whole main reason that weed was like that was because it was one of those things where, you know, we knew that we were being lied to. You know, as kids, you know, when you get to a point, you know, growing up, you know, like when you ask your parents, hey, where do babies come from? You know what I'm saying? They probably told you some shit, the stork brings them or a machine or some shit like that. And it comes to a time in your life where you're like, I don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start digging around them. Nowadays, you can get on the internet, you can probably find all types of wild shit about where babies come from. But fucking, I wonder what would happen now, too, if you Google, not what would happen, like something wild would happen, but what would come up if you type in where do babies come from on Google. I'm pretty sure it's not necessarily a common question, but I'm pretty sure it's more common than usual, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine some kid, these kids are like 5 and 6 years old now with iPhones and shit. You may just be like, where do babies come from, you know what I'm saying? Fuck mom and dad, let me see where the babies come from, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, you know, I think that's why weed, you know, is kind of, you know, on like a school kid level, you know, why it's looked at as so cool because, you know, your parents and everybody's like, don't do that, you know, don't do this, and, you know, kind of the rebellion, the rebelliousness of being a kid, you know, might make you want to go that way. And then I think like when you get into middle school, like, you know, especially like when you get into middle school or 5th grade, or like when you're starting to grow up, get away from, like I said, get away from the innocent times in life. I think that's when kids, you know, they start to look at, you know, the other kids, you know, especially how kids, you know, grow up differently to other kids. You know, in your household, you may be more sheltered, you know, mom and dad, you know, you guys sit down, have the family dinner, then watch an episode of Seventh Heaven, then everybody goes to sleep at 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had like a regulated household, but then, like I said, you're growing up, everybody, you know, everybody else around you is growing up as well. You go to school with little Timmy, and little Timmy, you know, his parents, you know, they're kind of loosey-goosey, you know, they just let little Timmy do it at halfway whatever he wants to. Little Timmy, you know, he's behind the trailer at school, you know, smoking the blunt. He's like, you're looking at little Timmy like, oh my God, you know, what are you doing? My parents told me to stay away from that. It'll kill my brain cells. It'll kill me. And then little Timmy's like, man, they're lying to you, man. You still listen to your parents? Ha, pathetic, you know, smoking a blunt. And now the other dude, he's thinking like, man, dude, I have been listening to my parents for a long time, and I don't know, I don't feel cool. Let me be cool. Hey, little Timmy, let me hit that. So that's how generally, but when it starts like that, you know, that person would probably, I don't know, grow up, I don't know, probably respecting pot a lot more. But the hipster kid, the hey, I just want to smoke weed to be cool, dude. Like, I think that person's just more of, you know, like I said, I think they were growing up in a sheltered household, but they didn't have a little Timmy in their life. They didn't have a little Timmy that was already smoking weed. So they just got to high school, you know, got to where not everybody was doing it, but, you know, a whole lot of people were doing it, and, you know, basically a whole lot of the cool kids were doing their own thing, but the sheltered kid was still, you know, sheltered, and he hadn't really found himself yet. I think it's a theory, well, not a theory, I don't have this theory, but I remember my middle school teacher, I remember my 8th grade reading teacher, she had told me that, well, she didn't tell, she was talking to the class, she was like, I think in high school, you know, not high school, but middle school is your time where you get to find yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you're growing up, elementary school, that's like, really like, you're like a clone of whatever your parents put into you. When you're in elementary school, whatever your parents put into you, it should come out like perfectly. But when you get to middle school, that's kind of like when you create your own being. You start finding out who you want to be as yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I think the kids who come out, you know, being the wannabes, whether they're marijuana, like pothead wannabes or slut wannabes, or just, it's all different kinds of wannabes. The athlete, you know, there may be an athletic wannabe out there, you know what I'm saying? Just kids who are doing stuff just to do it. They don't really want to do it. They just, oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Hey, y'all, yeah, man, I love sports. Yeah, sports, football, yeah, rule. Yeah, man, get that touchdown. Yeah, man, that field goal, man, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Just sounding ridiculous on the field, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's all types of poses, but I think that just comes from seeing everybody around you evolve, but you not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're just still being the clone of your parents. You haven't found yourself yet. So you just start forcing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys ever played 2K, or this goes for real basketball too, but I mean, if you guys ever played, you know, 2K video games, where especially like when you're playing with somebody who's never really played the game like that, or they don't really know how to play it like that, you know what I'm saying? They'll just get the basketball and just force shots, you know, they'll just shoot anything, they'll just get the ball and just throw it up, you know what I'm saying? Instead of taking, you know, shots that make sense. That's, you know, everybody knows, give me a second, that's called forcing shots, you know what I'm saying? You're just forcing it, you're just throwing, you know, whatever goes, you know, whatever sticks, you'll take it, you know what I'm saying? You're just throwing it, whatever it is. So I think that's kind of, you know, what posers do. They're like, okay, I'm going to try this pothead lifestyle. Let me throw that, let me force that. Oh, that don't work. All right, let me try to be a musician. Let me force that, don't work. All right, let me try this, force, you know what I'm saying? So I guess moral of the story is, man, always find yourself, or not always find yourself, that doesn't make sense, but try to find yourself. If you haven't found yourself, if you think that you're doing stuff where, if you ever feel like you're in a spot where you don't belong, like you're like, man, dude, I'm here and I don't really belong here, maybe you should, you know what I'm saying, try finding yourself, man. You maybe, most likely you're not in the right place. That's basically what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? So let me hit this bowl, man, and get ready to end this out. So yeah, man, never be a poser, man. And I can't say never be a poser because if you're posing, 9 times out of 10, you're not posing on purpose. Posing is an accidental thing, you know. You think that if you do it, if you try this, then, you're making. Everybody's posed before. I posed before, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing of growing up. But the whole thing about it is being able to snap out of it and be like, hold on, I'm in the wrong place. Let me get right, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Even me, myself, right now. Like I said, we're never, there's a way of, like when people tell you or people are trying to tell you or give you advice and things like that, it's an easy way for somebody to give you advice in a way to where they sound like they're almighty and all-knowing and, like I'm Gandhi or something and I'm telling you the way of life. Like, here's the thing, man. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? And I never want to, you know what I'm saying, give off the aura that I think I'm perfect or that I think I'm better than anybody else. Because the thing about it is, man, like my theory, again, here's one of my theories though. I have a theory that we're all on the same spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the ability to do the same thing as Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? And even better, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the same brain as him. But the only thing about it is he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's gonna hold us back is us. So he's not going to hold himself back, you know what I'm saying? He's coached his brain to, okay, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. I need to make it happen. Blibbity-blee, blibbity-blah. He's got the brain to get it done. So that's the only thing that's going to hold us back. The only thing that's going to hold us back is us. That's the only barrier, you know what I'm saying? Our mental barriers that we've created that holds us back, you know what I'm saying? He's, like, that's why Bill Gates is a billionaire. He had that billionaire mind state. So that's the only thing. We all have the same mind, but we all don't have the same mind state. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that billion. I'm trying to get that trillionaire mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that. Yeah, that's basically it, man. Check this out, though, man. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to go ahead. I feel like we need to fucking get subtitles on the videos and have like one of the little like when they have sing-alongs and have like a little ball bouncing on top of the shit or like having it light up or whatever. But either way, goddamn, I'm about to get up out of here, man. How many times am I gonna say that? We gonna get up out of here, man. Check this out. Have a good ass day. And, you know what I'm saying, remember that you're alive, you know what I'm saying, you have a pulse. As long as you have a pulse going, you know what I'm saying, you feel on your wrist or you feel your neck or feel your heart, whichever way you want to feel to know that you're alive, or, just know that you're breathing, or even if you can't talk, or, whatever the case may be, if you can't see, if you can't hear, if you can't feel or touch, whatever you can do, if you're conscious and you can see me, you know what I'm saying, or even if you can't see me, if you can hear me, or even if whatever the case may be, just be glad that you're here, man. Like I said, be glad. Be glad that you're here. Be glad that you're alive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that don't have that privilege anymore. You know what I'm saying? Every time you pass by a graveyard, there's a lot of people that don't have the privilege that you have again today. You know what I'm saying? And even when you're living, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole lot of people that's living in, terrible hardships. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad every day that I live where I live. You know what I'm saying? And in the place that I live in America, America isn't perfect. And that's another thing. That's why I get, kind of mad at people who look at America like it's perfect, and, or the people that look at America like it used to be perfect and we need to get back to that. We've never been perfect. And here's the thing, like, no matter what you do, no matter how good you are, you're never going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because even, like I said, Bill Gates shouldn't look at his bank account and be like, yeah, that's good. He should be like, nope. Well, I can't tell him what he should be like. But you know what I'm saying? He looks at it like, even when he had $1 billion, when he made his first billion, he probably looked at it and was like, man, that's dope, but let's keep, we're going to keep this going. You know what I'm saying? Because even, we should always focus on getting better, no matter what. That's on a country spectrum, on a personal spectrum, on every kind of spectrum. We should always just focus on getting better, you know what I'm saying? So either way, man, this video already done been too long, so I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I know y'all like, bro, what the fuck? But either way, check this out. Well, if you've been watching this long, you ain't that mad, but I know the people that left at like minute 3 would have probably been like, bro, what the fuck? Let me go. You know what I'm saying? They could probably use this video as like a torture method, you know what I'm saying? When they strap people down to the chair and like hold their eyes wide open and they gotta watch it. Like, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not that bad. Jesus Christ. I need to get a new speaker because the cord halfway fucked though. No, I just changed tracks on me. But either way, man, I'm gone, man. I am actually gone this time. God damn.